of course, our members. So it was really a wonderful event. We were able to portray the Old Mass on the screen as well during the prize giving. So some persons who was not able to see it properly at the time, because when you're busy participating, you don't really get to see the event. So they were able to see it. Mr. Woodfield Hall was very pleased to see himself. So that went very well. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, of course, in a big way, Spice Mass Corporation, for the partnership. We trust that it would be a continued one now that we're back, bigger and better than ever. We'd like to thank the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the National Lotteries Authority, Demerara Mutual Life, Garfin, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Waggity Rental and Sound Company, Cupboards, Huggins, Wilkinson and Wilkinson, the Grenada Bottling Company, and Bargain House. And apart from that, we also want to say thanks to business places. We've had several business places whom we would have sent tickets to purchase for their staff as a form of donation, which also was very well received.
All right.
So we'd just like to say thanks so much to these business places. Thanks to the vendors who came out to sell at the event. And of course, thanks to the patrons, thanks to GBN for the coverage and the partnership. If it were not for the patrons, we could have had everything in place, but we would not have had a show. So we want to say thanks. We probably had roughly over 700 patrons there, which was really a lot.
Wow.
The biggest Old Mass we've ever seen in the history of Lions Old Mass.
All right.
And we just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for the continued support.
All right. Now, before we take a wrap this morning, I guess for the viewing and listening public out there, folks who may have missed it coming down to the center to view it, will we have that's able to? Is there everything organized to see Old Mass on the streets of Juve Morning 2022?
Actually, Saturday at the prize giving, we spoke about that, and some members, as well as some of the other groups and individuals who portrayed with us there, have agreed that they will come out on the streets of Juve Morning. So that is something that persons can look forward to.
Great.
It is in train, and it is something maybe, if not everyone can come out, at least some persons will come out with the portrayals.
All right. So we want to thank you once again, Ms. Carl, for popping in this morning and sharing information and letting the public know that, Old Mass is back with a bang for 2022, and we're looking forward to it being even bigger and better in 2023.
And before we wrap up, GT, I'd just like to say, it's important because apart from a belly full of laughs, this is also one of the Lions Club of St. George's major fundraising activities.
Okay.
So we will be earmarking a very special project to do with some of these funds. Apart from our usual community service with the provision of glasses and food drives and provision of medical expenses and stuff like that, we want to earmark a special project which we will do as part of our Old Mass fundraising. So the public can look out for that. So we'll come and talk about it a little later on, what we are going to be doing with these funds.
All right.
So once again, thank you so much to all for the kind support.
Thank you also for coming in this morning and sharing information. Hope we could do this again. Have yourself a lovely day.
Welcome.
All right.
Thanks, and same to you.
All right.
Okay, bye.
It's K105, Hot 98, GBN TV. Gary, we're suddenly back. And Gary, did you get to view any of the Old Mass, man? Did you get to view any of it?
Online, I did. I took a look, and but it's a whole different experience. When you are looking at it online, you don't get that view, that spectrum as you would like.
Yeah. That in-person feel. That in-person feel is always a good one. When you're there actually in person and watching, you could actually digest what is actually being portrayed. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly. You could twist your neck and your eye in different corners. You could stand up, you could look around so to get a read of the placards. You can't necessarily do that when you are viewing it online.
Not always you get that perfect angle via television to view as you would like
exactly,
to.
Exactly.
Maybe 2023. If it was that good for 2022, 2023, I'm probably going to have, once the Almighty permits me, health, strength, life, and everything else in between, probably we're going out and get a view of it next time around, man.
Definitely.
Right. We inside Good Morning Grenada. Inside here, GT together with Gary this morning. Well, I'm GT. I'm holding it down for Crystal this morning. Just for a wee bit. As soon as she returns, she would certainly take over. Gary, where we at inside of the program this morning? What we'd like to move to next?
Let's move to an incident, a little bit of current affairs, if you will. We're going to return to some juicy carnival stuff shortly. But over the weekend, I think it was on Friday, in the John Angley area. What's up with that? A boulder escaped into a shop, and the shop owner was lucky to have not been in that shop at the time.
Wow.
And his kids, based on what he recounted, his kids were fortunate and lucky enough not to have been in the yard anywhere around that area as they would typically be when that boulder escaped.
Boy,
all right,
that's serious there.
Yeah, my question is, how could this have been prevented? You know what I'm saying? And based on what he's saying, and we're going to go to that news clip in a while. Based on what he's saying, it's not the first time this has happened.
In that particular facility?
In that particular area, yeah.
Wow.
It's not the first time. So let's roll to the clip. Master Control, hit us up with that clip, and we'll come right back.
Oh, man.
A close call for Andre Bain, a resident of Jean-Anglais St. George, as a boulder from a construction site above where he lives came bolting down the hillside, smashing into his grocery shop early Friday afternoon. A traumatized Bain, whose business was left in shambles, says this was not the first time something like this happened. In the first encounter, a stone from the same construction site hit one of his children. The shop owner, who relies on his business for a living, recounts the horror to GBN.
There is a construction site above us. A stone came down previously and hit my daughter's house, but it was a relatively small one. So we went up and warned them. We told them, well, it have people living down here. They said there wasn't a way. Well, this afternoon I was inside preparing some lunch for the kids, and I was just getting ready to enter the shop to get some ingredients to go back to put in the pot, and I heard some very unusual noise from the back of the shop. I didn't have no idea what it was, so I made a about turn and I went back inside the house. When I reached to the middle of the house, I heard a very loud explosion, and debris was flying all over the place, all back inside the house, goods and stuff. And to my thing, when I came outside, it was a huge boulder that came down. So when I look at it, I knew where it came from because you could see all the scraping from the excavator on the stone still.
Bain said he is now assessing the damage with a promise by the owner to have repairs done.
I'm assessing it. A lot about all the goods on this side was destroyed. Some of them looking whole, but I wouldn't sell it for anybody. My deep freeze was destroyed. Off the roof, Owner, the construction, they came and speak to me, and where they will be start repairs from tomorrow, please allow. So they have to repair the whole back, all the shelves, all this. They tell me we have to sit down and discuss for the replacement of the goods.
This, he said, is a great inconvenience.
That boulder there, Gary. Think about that. I want to do the children per se being there.
Serious boulder.
Man. That is...
So, my condolence. I sympathize with the shop owner because he's out of business and revenue at the same time.
A bit of a loss of income there.
Yeah. So we hope that he is compensated.
Well, he actually did say that the construction company per se did say they would be recompensating him for the losses, so I hope that
I hope the losses mean all things considered.
Yeah,
that's what I hope the losses mean, all things considered. You know what I mean? The goods and the money, projected money he could have made during the time that he was unable to open his doors.
I agree. So we hope that gets rectified pretty soon, and the necessary measures could be taken so that an incident of that nature does not reoccur. You understand?
Definitely.
So now that the construction company knows that there are houses in that particular vicinity.
But they knew that before.
Well, yeah, which they should have taken the relevant precautions per se.
They knew that before. You understand? Come on, lives, or you can't put dollars and cents on people's lives. You know what I mean? So anyhow, guys, let me fix that one going forward. Okay, all let me fix that.
Yeah,
all right,
let's fix that.
But it seems to have been a weekend of close calls, GT.
Man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. It seems to have
been a weekend of close calls. The driver of one vehicle went plunging on that area. What you call that area? Melville Street area.
Melville Street, there, close to the funeral home there, right?
Yeah, and for those of you, I don't know if that's the exact area, GT, but I think I might have reversed into that area before Seeking Park. If it's that area that you would park, that little dirt area.
I think there's a little bit of concrete.
There's a little dirt area.
Yep.
And it's kind of like the last resort for parking when all the other areas have been
I know what you're talking about.
You would choose that area because that's the only one available, and you would want to go back in first because you don't really want to park like that, right? You don't want to go in with your face in where you have to reverse into the main road, right? Because that's against the traffic code. But anyhow, if that is the area, I probably would be really nervous next time backing into that area because I have done it a few times. But this is the story of what happened there over the weekend. It happened on Friday, and we actually had the occupant, the driver of the vehicle, recounting exactly what happened on that day. Let's take a listen to that.
Oh, man. As we wait, Master Control to show that particular video up with that particular accident there. I'm not sure if that video is available, Gary. I hope.
Okay, we'll give him time to.
One motorist had a narrow escape on Friday morning as his vehicle went over a precipice on Melville Street, St. George, and plunged into the sea. While it is not clear what caused the accident, the driver of the vehicle was caught on camera via social media, explaining what transpired.
What really happened? Did I tell you I stopped right there and they're swinging right here?
Yeah.
Swinging in. Master brakes right here. The car don't stop.
Right.
I pull up the handbrakes, the car still don't stop in. It goes straight over.
Okay.
I ain't had time because you have a vehicle right here. I don't want to touch the vehicle, so I couldn't open my door.
Okay.
You understand?
So you go into the water with the car.
I down in the water.
Give thanks. Brutally safe and sound. This is what happened a few minutes ago right here outside Lacroix, just outside the outskirts of town.
Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force quickly responded to the incident and revealed to GBN that there was another accident similar to the Melville Street incident in the Perseverance area. Officer 838 attached to the Traffic Department, Troy Paul, explains.
What the police can confirm that two motor vehicle accidents occur this morning. Firstly, one occurred at Perseverance and the other at Melville Street. Both vehicles appear to run off the road where the vehicle was damaged as a result. Police has responded to both scenes. The first at Perseverance, no.
We got gist.
Man, it's very, very concerning, I would say. I mean, you have spoken about having to turn in that particular area there already.
It looks like that area, GT, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's actually the particular area I'm talking about.
There is a fall in it.
Yep.
There is a dip in it.
Yeah. I would say, notice lately I've been seeing the authorities a couple of weeks ago been putting up those guardrails. And I think if a place that guardrails are needed, it's right there.
Yeah.
You understand? It's right there.
Well, I don't know if they're going to really want to create make that area an official parking area. It's kind of like one of those areas where, you know what, I'll take a park there.
You still a little park.
I'll take a park there, but I don't know if the authorities might want to designate that area as an actual parking area. But I mean, parking spaces in the city is at a premium right about now. So we need places to park. But having said that, hey, if you guys, authorities, can put railings there, that would be great. But I like his storytelling, though.
Yeah, I like the way he put it together. together. I mean, we still have to say, God forbid, nothing serious may have happened to him. Besides the car, look at it, was totaled. You understand?
Very much so.
But we're happy that nothing happened to him, and stuff happens.
He's a lucky fella. He should be counting his blessings as we speak, and every day after that. And there was a similar incident that happened in the Perseverance area, and the driver has not been found. We hope that he's okay.
All right.
And folks, the carnival season is quickly approaching. Please be careful out there. We know that the first incident, that started the news clip from the Melville Street area, had nothing to do with carnival or drinking or anything like that.
It's just an unfortunate incident at the time.
But the first thing that came to mind when he said that he chose to remain in the car because he did not want to hit the door of the vehicle. He did not want to bang the other vehicle when you opened the door. I was like, okay, very considerate in the midst of your life.
Someone else would have said, hey, man, let me do this. Probably save my car. Maybe I could just fix somebody, the other person's car or whatever.
He chose to go down with that car because you didn't want to bang into another person's door. Okay. All right. But
I mean, you got to be happy when an individual have that particular mindset also. You don't want to cause other people's problems, when an issue happens to you. You understand?
Well, I wasn't going down there if that's what it took, Well, happy that he's alive.
Well, happy that he's alive. That's basically.
Definitely.
See, we have a caller guy. I'm not sure if that caller want to chime in on the incident that occurred. Let's see what this caller has to say. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. What I'm calling about, right, is about the people who want to host carnival-like atmosphere by the side of the road. And I'm suggesting that they hire security to protect pedestrians and vehicle owners who would like to use the road. I had an incident last night passing through Bottom Woburn whereby, I saw the crowd, right, and I tried to drive through slowly, so I wasn't driving fast. And what the people the users chose to do was to pound on my vehicle and damage it. And I'm suggesting that the authorities who issue those licenses for people, if they're given license to have activities by the side of the road, that they also hire security to protect things, and they be held, the people who holding those hosting those activities be held accountable to protect motorists and pedestrians alike. Because it's not fair that the people want to play their mass, and I had no problem with it. I am just trying to reach home safely, and they choose to pong up on my vehicle.
Where was that again?
Thanks for your concern, they caller. Okay. All right. Certainly hope the authorities will look into that.
Where did he say that was?
Okay, I understand what the caller is talking about.
Where did he say that was?
He said it in the Woburn area. You understand?
That is sad, though. That is really sad. Crazy.
There are folks who may not tolerate that, especially something like that happening to your personal vehicle.
I mean, that could have gone
somewhere else.
That could have gone bad in so many ways because someone, the occupant of another vehicle, the driver of another vehicle with short fuse could have gotten out of that vehicle.
Yep.
All right, and something could have, spiraled way out of control.
Escalated into something that we could be hearing about making the news this morning.
Yeah. So that is that. I remember one time I was driving through the Guelph area during the height of Guelph Carnival, and I was going to Surtees. I remember this as clear as daylight. And as I was driving through the crowd, jab and everything, a jab guy just ran in front of the car, like deliberately, right? Ran in front because I was driving really slow. He ran in front of the car deliberately and pretended to have gotten knocked by the car. All right, and turned around with what appeared to be a barrel in his hand, and gestured to throw it on the bonnet of my vehicle. And I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, is this really about to happen? 100, 500 people around me. This one guy is about to damage my vehicle. I'm sitting in my car. If I get out, I'm gonna be mauled. And
you wouldn't want to get into a banner jabs, all keeping up against you there right now. That would be.
And guess what? He smiled and went the other direction. He was just kidding. But I mean, I'm only saying that to lighten the moment. But no, this is a real serious issue, and motorists should not have to be subjected to this level, this kind of torture.
All right, Guy, I think we drew for a break. Let's take it when we come back. We chit chat some more. We do also have an interview with Randy Isaac. He's standing by. We're going to chit chat with him also. So stick around with us. It's K105 Hot 98 GBN TV. Good morning, Grenada. We're coming right back.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth.
Grenada. Welcome back to our listeners and viewers this morning. Let me get my glasses on. This morning. It's Good Morning Grenada. Good morning to our viewers via Facebook this morning also. I think that link is up and running right now. Don't forget to share the link this morning. I should have my co-host popping in with me. He has come over to my side of studio because we do have Randy Isaac per se with us this morning. We're going to be having a bit of a chit chat with him. So let's get a bit something from Randy Isaac, and then we're going to go over to Randy and chit chat with him shortly. Okay, that's a track coming out there from Randy Isaac this morning. Tell them when we was he actually with that song, Harry?
Warning. Mic up.
The name is Warning. Let me get your mic up, bro.
Yeah,
let me get your mic up. Yes.
Yeah, that one is called Warning.
Warning.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have Randy Isaac live with us this morning. Randy, good morning. How are you, my brother? How are you? It's been a while. How you doing this morning, man?
Tired, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, you must be tired, Randy.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Hey, Randy, man. Listen, we want to talk to you this morning about a few things. First of all, how was last night? How was last evening?
Last night was fantastic. It was a very nice audience. I went out there to do my job, and I think it was well done, and the judges accepted it, and I'm in the finals.
All right.
Oh, good, man. Well, it's a wonderful change and a welcome change given the result of
the
groovy, yeah. Right? But we're not here trying to bash on the judges and thing, because we understand that the judges' decision is final. You know what I mean? So we don't really want to be perceived as crying down the judges and everything. But what happened on semifinals? Everyone would have expected you to be in the finals, and then when we got the results Friday morning, we saw there was no Randy Isaac. So the fetting stopped. Then what really going on?
Fetting can't stop. You remember, I represent this country. I represent this country 365 days a year. And when it's a leap year, 366, and it will continue, because after this, I will travel and represent this country as usual.
So it's fet after fet after fet.
Fet after fet. I went there on Thursday, and I had a wonderful performance. The band was good. I sang in key. Not much people there, but a few people was right there with me, and I think everything went well.
Right.
The sad thing about that, right? The sad thing about this is that there was people who sang the whole song out of key, and they're in the finals, right? And there was a young man who was very, very impressive on the night, and I got to mention him because maybe my back is broad, I can handle this. I think his name is Juice. I really like his song. I think he did a fantastic job.
You mentioned Juice.
I did mention Juice Gary on Friday when we should chat. I thought I really saw him. I saw the first 5 performances, and I thought, I said to myself in my own judgment, I said, hey, these 5 individuals are in the competition. You understand?
Right.
I thought they were in. But as I said, the judge's decision is final. I also saw I saw your performance also, Randy. It was a typical Randy's performance. As you said, in key. You've been an individual who's been doing this for years, so you know what you have to do on the night of a competition. You understand? You know what you got to do. There's no second thinking in terms of doing what you got to do. You understand?
Right.
And then at the end of the day, it happened whatever happened. I'm not sure.
Right, I stick to the script, and a matter of fact, with my situation, my health situation, I think I went a little beyond to make sure, because 2019 was very hurtful.
Yeah,
I think they let good songs slip through the fingers in 2019, so I said that ain't happening this year. But unfortunately, it happened again. Yeah. Always Randy Isaac.
Right.
But
man, there's a saying, you can't cry over spilled milk. That's spilled already, so let me move on.
Yeah.
We're talking about the of course, Melody Papi did Calypso competition last night. I didn't get to view it last night. Of all the years, with the exception of the years of the pandemic, I missed it last evening for various reasons, which I don't want to get into publicly right now. But tell us about your performance last night, and how do you feel about getting into the Calypso finals?
Well, last night I had no doubt. I mean, I have songs. This year I happen to have good songs. The songs, I sing this song is a tribute to the fallen soldiers who, they did so much for this country, culturally and musically. And, it's like the names have been forgotten. So I'm paying homage to these people, and it's like a tribute to them.
All right.
And the song was well received. It's when I sing this song, I get goosebumps.
And that's a song, Charity Begins at Home, right? That's the song?
No, that's I Sing This Song.
Oh, okay. So tell us about Charity then. begins at home.
Charity begins at home is a nation building song. I mean, you know, many Grenadians travel, you know, around the world, you know, looking for a better life and for better things to happen for them and their family. And when they get there and they so maybe make it, you know, some of them forget this country. But Charity Begins at Home, you know, tells you that when you pledge to America and you think, don't forget Grenada. Please give Grenada something. Right. And now we just went through an election. And, you know, the country is basically split down the middle. We have 9-6. You know, it's calling all Grenadians to come together as one. Let's move this country forward. It's not about green and yellow anymore. It's about Grenada. It's about us. And, you know, it's about our children's future. So let's come together and make this journey better, make this country better, help build this country up.
All right, man. Randy, anything further for Randy?
No, man. I just want to say, Randy. What do you think about the list of finalists that selected for the Melody Papi 10?
Well, it's a good list. It was a very, very keen competition last night. And as the Groovy, a couple artists get slipped through the cracks, but it was an excellent show last night. I think it was one of the better shows for the season. Well, I think it was the best semifinal for the season.
Yeah,
you know.
And you're not saying that because your name was included, no? Are you?
No. Because remember, Gary, we booked this interview before I made the finals. Okay. So I was going to be here talking and telling you. I went to the show last night, but believe me, it was a good show. No, the show was, could you imagine the people stayed to listen to 40 calypsos?
Yeah.
40? 20 by 2, right? Mm-hmm, that's what it was.
Yeah. And then they still stayed to listen to Sapat, so like 22 calypsos.
Wow.
Right.
And then we had a calypsonian sing at the band change for our band change. Mm-hmm. Right. So like 44 calypsos, I think.
Right. That way I call Kai. So in here,
you can actually say that, you know, it has been a good move in terms of of course let's leave the semi for a bit, and we're talking about the actual final commission. You know, it's going to be moved out of the National Stadium this year per se. And the test to bring it to this, speaking to the CEO of the Spice Mill Corporation sometime last week, he said it's actually a test to see how the Calypso will feel being the mass support for it has always been with the outer parishes. You know, they said that folks from St. Andrews and David, St. Patrick has been the one that always seemed to put more attention into Calypso music. How do you feel about it being put out in the outer parishes this year?
Put your bias aside, because I know you're from the country.
No. It's not about St. Andrews. The culture bigger than the man. It's all about the art form, and it's dying. And we've been singing in the March Gras for just a few people, right? And I know these people are gonna come. I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
I have one problem with it. One problem: the March Gras have to be on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good move to bring it to the country. Mm-hmm. And I'm not mentioning my parish. But I think because there are certain traditions you don't mess with, you know what I mean? And as you say, it's a test, and I think we'll go back to Sunday night, because I think he was trying to get away from the big fetes and stuff happening. But the March Gras have his people, he have his crowd, because he put it on a Thursday night, and Thursday they have a big fete happening still. You know, right, so right. Traditionally, when you come from the March Gras, you go to Juve. When there is one person in the March Gras, or 10,000 or 20,000, after the March Gras, we go in Juve. So we have to go back to the Sunday. I all for the Sunday.
Let me ask you this, Randy. I mean, I understand when you take in terms of the traditional aspects of it and everything. I would say times has changed. You understand? Nothing is the same anymore. We're talking about the love for music in terms of the audience now who listens to Calypso and so forth. They may have a different perspective of everything. Everything has changed in Grenada, the world per se now. I mean, I understand you from the perspective of the March Gras being on a Sunday. I have no issues with that. But do you think it could make a difference now in trying to move it to that Thursday? You understand? where it has always been the audience or the crowd that will probably partake in it now will have a better time to attend, being focused on other events. And I don't think an event happening on the night could, if somebody wants to go to Calypso, we'll go to Calypso. You understand?
Yeah.
That's my take. If I want to go to Calypso show, I will go. If I want to go to another fete, I go to another fete. So I don't know. What's your take? What do you think? I don't think it's a major hindrance being moved to this Thursday.
Okay, so we'll see. Yet to be seen. We'll see. They say it's a trial run. We'll see when Thursday come. As you say, the match gonna have its crowd. So I think the people will still come out, and then we'll have a.
Think about the typical, of course, what happened yesterday. I mean, wonderful turnout at the semi-final round. And semi-finals always have that huge crowd per se. You understand? Yes. So we understand that. But let's give it a chance and see what happens. If it makes a big difference, and you being a Calypsonian, you may just come around to love the day. You never know, man.
Well, I didn't say I didn't love it. I'm open-minded to it, but I like tradition. But if it works and it's better for Calypso, hats off.
Change is good. There's something that they say. Change is good.
Hats off to the change.
Change is good. Randy,
change is good. And hold on now. Let me change is good, and I see this country trending change, so you never know.
Randy, I want to thank you for popping in this morning. I want to, of course, congratulate you for the years of good music that you always gave Grenada. And I've always been someone that loves your music over the years. Of course, we had never had much opportunities to chat. Maybe one or two other occasions we did have opportunities to chat about your music. And I want to thank you once again for popping into Good Morning Grenada. Thanks a whole lot, man. Blessings to you as always, and hope you can do this again before Carnival wraps up.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me, and there is lots of music coming from Randy Isaac.
All right, man. Randy,
have a wonderful Carnival.
Blessings, my brother. Take it easy, man. All right, that's all. Yeah, that's Randy Isaac there for you this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. We drew for a break. We're going to take a short break. We're coming back. Just about 10 more minutes left on the show this morning. Let's take a break, and then we come back. We got loads more for you. All part of Good Morning Grenada, K105, Hot 98, and GBN TV.
A poorly maintained car. Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence. After 2 years of no mass, no bacchanal, and no vibe, are you ready to be thrilled again? Well, get ready for Amazing Colors Monday Night Mass. And this year will be the most amazing return ever. Amazing Colors presents Trilogy. Wanna play Monday Night Mass? Then it's easy. Call 415-6174. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Unlimited drinks all night. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Monday Night Mass. It will be amazing.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Distributed by Sleepy Diapers Grenada Limited, Loafers Lane, St. George, and available at shops and supermarkets island-wide.
Certainly back inside. Good morning, Grenada. In the final moments of the show this morning. Just around 5 minutes left on the show. Let's go over to my co-host this morning. Gary, we're back on the inside.
We're definitely back and in living color. Boy, I tell you, we had so many things on this program to go through, and we would be remiss of us not to, big up
Karani.
Not just Karani.
Yes.
Anderson Peters.
Anderson Peters also. Yes.
Yeah, but they have put Grenada on the map again. I read a post over the weekend where it states that if Grenada had to pay for that level of publicity, exposure that they got during the World Champs, we probably might have been bankrupt right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of mileage, you know what I mean, that we can't stop thanking these athletes. And we're talking to not just Kirani and Anderson Peters, Lyndon as well, all right? So all the athletes who have taken part, and kudos, of course, to Lyndon Victor. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't give Lyndon Victor enough credit. And as a long distance runner myself, all right, I applaud the efforts of those endurance athletes. All right, and this is what decathlon is all about.
Yeah, man.
People don't see the true grit of a decathlon athlete. You know what I mean? It's not a fancy sport, because the highlight is really on the 100 meters, the 400 meters, the javelin, and them kind of those short little bursts of
energy
you use on. But the decathlon is really the Ironman of all athletes. All right, and this is what Lyndon Victor is. And of all the Ironmen in the world, to be 6th ranked, he came in 6th. He went up as high as 5th position and ultimately ended his competition in 6th position. All right, so kudos to Lyndon Victor. And of course, he only keeps getting better. If you guys haven't noticed, he only keeps getting better. So we expect bigger things from Lyndon in the not too distant future. We still have Olympics and thing. I think he's still taking part in the Commonwealth, which is for me is mind blowing. Mm-hmm. That you would use up all this energy and then still participate, if I'm not mistaken, in the Commonwealth again. If I'm not mistaken, I think I might have read that. I could be wrong. I stand corrected. All right, but so Anderson Peters, he did wonders. We got a clip of Anderson Peters and his throw, which he did 90.54. It's a very short clip, so I think we might have time. Maybe
we
not.
We still have approximately 2.5 minutes to go in the show. So let's
very short time, a very short clip. So we're just going to run to it. That Anderson Peters clip where he made this amazing throw, and everyone in the stadium, including those competing with him, realized it was game over by that throw.
That's great.
Let's go check it out.
That's great. Let's see if we can get a peek of that.
In the javelin, needs to try and put something together here. He's trying to roar the javelin forward. That is more like it. Well, what an incredible backdrop. The whole stadium roaring him on. The gold's in the bag. And that's another throw over 90. That is ridiculous.
Wow, man. Wow, Gary. Wow, man. And congratulations to him once again. We see Grenada being the 11th standing in the medal standing of the events that took place. Grenada having the 11, but that's certainly a plus for this country. You understand? Yeah. I mean, sometimes I always say we have always been there, but the recognition is just starting to show up a whole lot. You understand?
Yeah. So indeed. Yeah, well said. Congratulations once again. Let's see what we do this time around in the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. I don't think Kirani will be participating in the Commonwealth Games, but we'll see what we can do as far as a nation in the Commonwealth Games. Man, I tell you, we are proud people, aren't we now?
I mean, not too long from now, we're going to see more of the Kiranis, not just 3 and 4. I'm daring for the day that the Almighty permits health, strength, life, that I would see Grenada having 20 participants participants in of course in the games per se, not just 2 and 3, but so hopefully we see the youngsters who may want to see themselves getting to that level, who are into the sporting events right now, want to get up to that level and represent Grenada. So we could have at least 3 individuals in one event as we see some of the other islands. You understand?
And we're also looking forward to seeing Kurt Felix in the Commonwealth. He's another decathlon athlete. Of course, he's a brother of what's his name again? Lyndon Victor. All right. So we're looking forward to seeing him in the Commonwealth doing his thing as well. So
all right, man.
That's all the time we've got, man.
Yeah, we're looking at straight up 8 a.m. in the studios here of K105, Hot 98 GBN TV. Is where we get to take a wrap for today's show of Good Morning Grenada. Thanks again for our viewers and listeners, wherever you are listening. If those of you via Facebook, we had a little bit of a late chime in via Facebook, but we still were able to be on there. So those of you who are viewing there, thank you so much. Those of you who are viewing via our, of course, YouTube channel also, thank you so much. This is where for myself and Gary, we say goodbye for today. I'll be here tomorrow, Gary. I'm not too sure.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. See what happens for tomorrow. Hey, thank you, folks, once again. The BBC News comes up next. So we say goodbye.